Hello and welcome to Pest Perspectives episode 70 on this fine, hot day in sunny UK during the heat wave. Thanks for all the support we've had recently on the channel, all the recent follows and subscribes and comments. It all helps the channel. If I could ask, if you're on Spotify or Apple, if you could press the follow button and just leave a little review, it helps. I know there's 90 to 100 of you roughly listen that follow, but if you could press that little review button on Spotify and click the 4 or 5 stars, it'd help massively. It would. If you could do that, that would be great. Thanks to Powered Now app software for sponsoring the podcast so we can do more shows like this. It just, I'll keep doing them. What I mean is it helps pay for the software, helps pay for cameras and new microphones, upgrades. We've now got a brand new website. Well, I say brand new, the first website. So it all helps, it does. So yeah. So thanks to them. And this week I have on, this podcast actually happened last year, but I decided to delete it because Clive was on site. He was. So this week I've got Clive Stewart. Here we go. From Westart Apiaries. No, have I got it right?
Well done.
Well
done. Yes, you have.
Got it right. Everyone knows I butcher names on this podcast. How are you doing, mate?
No, you did very well. I'm all good. How's yourself? Well, we seem to have a better connection this time.
We do. That was when you had let me think. You went to a site where you were having a trap out and it went wrong, and they weren't in or out or something. It was.
Yeah, we were at the end of the day. Yeah, we were at the end of the day, and we were at a hospital, and if my memory serves me right, it was the end of the day, and they were still a little bit active. So we were waiting for them to settle down to remove the box because the trap out had completed. So yeah, it worked, and yeah, it worked, and we got that away from there. We had to do a trap out because we couldn't open the building up due to the fact it was cement panels. So there was no brickwork to take apart. It was concrete panels, so those couldn't be broken, or the construction of them couldn't be messed with. So it was a case of trapping those out, and that's why we used that system.
I think I remember you showing me that. I think at the time what you meant, you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's all good. Now, finally got you on the podcast, even though you were live, but I decided to delete it because it was quite bad, weren't it? Connection. So this is your first time on the actual podcast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a very poor connection.
It was.
So we've been out today. I'm currently in London.
Oh yeah. You're in London now?
Yes, so we're currently in London. I'm in a hotel in London. So, yes.
Oh, nice.
So my day started at 6:30 today. Headed to Stamford to do a survey there. Then headed down into Huntingdon to do a service visit there. And then went on and then came down into London to do a survey in London.
Sorry, you just said.
And rather than drive all the way back home.
Sorry, you just said Stamford there. That's not London.
Yes, left. I know it isn't.
Why didn't you ring me?
I left home at Stoke-on-Trent.
You know I live near Stamford, yeah?
I didn't realise. I didn't realise Oakham was so close to Stamford.
I was actually in Stamford
until I passed through it this morning.
I was actually in Stamford as well today.
So I've been on the road a bit today.
You have.
I think the best place to be with an aircon vehicle.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, it's nice to have the aircon on. And a big tip
definitely.
is the little water bottles. I refill them and I normally drink water, but in this heat I put lemon in them, and I ice them up overnight. Then in the van they melt slowly throughout, and then it's a nice cool drink. It is. That's what I do. It is. But
it's all about keeping safe, isn't it, in this weather?
Definitely. So, what's your journey into bee removal? Obviously, how did you get to where you are now? How did you start out doing bee? Were you a beekeeper? Is that how it started out? The journey, I mean.
No, so my journey started out with me. I moved from horticulture into pest control in 2010. 2010. Having spent 20 something years in horticulture, on my knees in the soil and what have you, and I thought pest control would be a good idea as a sidestep to get myself upright. Yeah. Little did I know I was going to be crawling around on kitchen floors and the like, but hey, that was another thing. But at the time, the industry was just coming into that time where a pest controller had recently been prosecuted for treating bees incorrectly.
Yeah.
He actually got prosecuted under the Food Safety Act. I think it's the Food Safety Act.
Okay.
And the industry was sort of dotting around, and I think there was a handful of us doing bee removals. I'd only just kind of started in around about 2009 playing with the bee removal thing. I'd been keeping bees from 1999, but sort of experimented with bee removal in 2009.
Okay. Hang on, the connection's gone a little bit. Are you there?
People had asked me if they could.
Are you back? Hello, you there, Clive?
Buildings.
Are you there, Clive? There you go. You're back.
How are we?
I lost you there for a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So where did we get up to?
You just got past somebody had been prosecuted, and the industry didn't know what to do.
So yeah, pretty much. It was flirting between, or some of the industry was starting to experiment in bee removal. I wasn't alone. There was a number of people going about doing a bit of bee removal work, and it just kind of grew from there. Really, it really just grew from there. There was more and more interest in it each and every year, and there continues to be more interest in it each and every year, to the point now where I'd like to think that bee removal is the accepted way of dealing with honeybees correctly.
I would actually agree with that, because we recommend people. I got a bit annoyed last year because it wasn't anything I'd done. So when you tell a customer you'll happily ID something for free, send a photo, send a video, yeah. So I knew this house had honeybees because it's what she was telling me. So I said, I can come out on my way, but if you want me to look at them, you're going to have to pay. So it was £80 plus VAT, which is a normal call out, because she didn't have a phone, right? And after, I guess, family members of hers, different surnames, took to Google, took to Facebook, took to any review site they could to call us cowboys for turning up and not doing anything with the bees. Because from word go, I said, we will not be doing anything to the bees. It's literally IDing because you can't.
Yeah.
And that annoyed me, because I was like, the lady paid in the end, but there were family members on different names, like trying to tarnish us. I mean, a cowboy would have probably killed all the bees and ran off, but no, you could, the minute you rolled up at the house, you could see it. I videoed them. There was thousands of them. But you know how it is. She's selling her house. Think she get it done for £80 plus VAT. But that annoyed me a bit. But we do put into all of our wasp nests now, because we've had it where we've turned up and it's a bee's nest. And we put it in now, the description of that if we turn up and they're bees, nothing will happen, but you will pay £80
There's a call out
VAT.
charge. Yeah.
So a lot of people now will say, just send us a photo or send us a video to confirm, because we don't like going out if we can't. We don't like charging that, but you've got to charge. You're not a charity, ain't you? But for a photo or video, it's easy. It's easy to identify for free. So yeah, that was an experience I thought was a bit weird. They didn't do anything for the 80,
So, but you have done something for the £80. You've travelled to site.
Exactly.
You've advised. You've given your advice.
Exactly.
And that's and nobody gives you free fuel to put in your car, do they?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody gives you free tyres to put on your car, do they?
That is true. It's like
nobody gives you free insurance.
No, you're right. These things happen every so often, don't they? But I did actually say to her, we can't do anything, but we have someone we recommend. But after that experience, the guy that does it, we warned him about it, and he was like, I don't think I'll bother. Oh, I'll write a contract up for upfront payment first, or something, So I don't know what she did, but hello, Martin, just out of the hot tub. Oh, you show off. But yeah, so you kept experimenting with bee removal.
Yeah, kept experimenting with bee removal, and because there was nobody about doing any training, nobody to show you. It was all guesswork at the beginning.
Okay.
There's only so much beekeeping helps with bee removal. There's potentially three trades involved. There's your beekeeping side, there's your building knowledge, and then there's your pest control knowledge. So I've got pest control and beekeeping knowledge, and I've got some fairly good as a handyman, but needed to get more training in that sector. And we've done that over time to get to where we are today.
Because is it right when you actually remove bees, although it's right to have a builder, you need to show that builder how to remove them, but also put it back together, but so bees don't come back to it, so they proof it up. Is that right?
Yeah, so you've got to proof the building. Yeah, absolutely. And builders don't understand that part, so you've got to hold that glove as well, if that makes sense. You've got lots of advice coming in lots of different areas. But there's bee removal companies that can do all the trades or most of the trades. I mean, Access is another one. We're just in the middle of doing some access training, so we're doing some of the scaffold training at the moment.
I heard about
so
that.
We can do
from Shaun. Shaun was telling me. Well, he was telling the podcast. Sorry, I was listening. I was.
Yeah, so we've been doing a bit of that, and it's proven interesting, and we can now sort of, with what we've already got, we can do quite a bit, but the next set of training actually takes it up another gear again, so we'll be able to look at much taller work as well.
I'll tell you what, thing you the amount of qualifications you and Shaun have got, you'll be some of the most qualified pest controllers going, or bee removers. I
don't do so much of the pest control training.
You got no down.
I don't do the rats and mice as much. Though I think I ought to do something. I think I could probably do something at the back end of this year, where I'll do a bit of renew my knowledge, shall we say?
So when it just off a tangent there. So when it goes quiet with bee work, what do you do to fill your time then?
I'd like to tell you I put my feet. Yeah, I'd like to tell you I put my feet up and drink sangrias on the beach, but it's not true. Don't believe everything you hear. Maintenance. So we've got a lot of maintenance work goes on. We clean up got a lot of cleaning and rendering of some of the combs. So we render some of that down for wax. Not all of it. Some of it's just not feasible to do anything with. That goes off. That we don't render down goes off for incineration. And we sort of clean up small.
Hang on, it's gone again. It's gone again. The connection's gone again, everyone. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. He will.
Do all the. I can hear you.
And he's back in the room. You're back.
Am I back? That's good then.
You are back, but your picture's disappeared now. Are you there? Is he there? Was he there? We use rock wool to fill the void and charge a roll in. Are you there, Clive?
I am. I can hear you in the background.
Yeah. Are you
can
there?
You see me or not?
I can't see you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, we can carry on.
I can hear you.
We can carry on if you want. It doesn't matter really. Should we carry on like this? Yeah.
Carry on. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no.
Why not? How's that?
Ah, you're back. You're back.
There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
So what was that about Rockwool? What was that question about Rockwool?
So that's obviously Martin Belcher, if you couldn't see the photo. He put, we use Rockwool to fill the void and charge a roll. And he also put, and all the cost of waste have to be priced in as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't realise how much is involved in doing a bee removal. They're complicated things.
Martin was telling me that obviously I'm mates with him. He was telling me that the longer the bees have been there, etc., the harder the job is. So they've been there years. Definitely. It's a much harder job, and obviously that will incur more cost too. It will. So I didn't know that, but apparently a lot of. He said to me, when you survey, customers won't always tell you 100% the truth as to how long the bees have been there as well. Sometimes. So I imagine that's for anything though. I've had it before with other things.
Yeah. Yeah. But costs, they can vary widely. Absolutely. Hugely. We did one 2 years ago where bees in a chimney in somewhere in Leicestershire. I can't remember whereabouts it was off the top of my head. We had to have traffic signals in because the scaffold was part way in the road.
Goodness.
At £2,000 a day.
But
just for the traffic signals without the scaffolding.
Wow, that's an expensive job for the client,
and that was up for 5 days.
Wow.
She got bees in 2 chimney stacks.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
that's not even for the work.
No.
Yeah. What's that?
That's to be able to. That's the work to be able to get done.
10 grand.
£2,000.
Yeah.
10 grand.
Goodness. Yeah. Well, it can happen, can't it? Yeah,
it can. They can go hugely array with costs very quickly.
It's Scott Angle is commenting. He says this. Problem is, I'm finding a lot of new bee removal companies are going at very low costs. That's affecting me this year. But what I'm told, they're doing it for is crazy. But good luck to them.
Yeah. So just as there is in the rest of the pest control industry, there are people that can that are expensive. What you think are expensive, and there are people at the bottom of the ladder that are doing it purely either cost or whatever. The thing is, there are customers at every level, Shaun. There are customers at every level.
They will be.
And I'm not interested in the customers that are at the bottom of the ladder. I want the customers from the middle upwards, and that's what
Exactly.
I aim my business at.
Well, you show your knowledge, your value, your worth, your whole business. If they don't want you, they don't want you. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. I have it on a regular basis.
But yeah, it is right. With pest control, it's terrible, especially commercial contracts. Sometimes I say, well, get them for that price then. Got to make money, ain't you? End of the day, you have. You'll be fine, Scott. You're a knowledgeable guy. From what I gather, you'll be fine. You will. So, how did this all lead up to? Oh, wait a minute. Hello, Jackie. Thanks for popping in. How did this lead up to you actually making bee courses?
So how did we get to the bee courses?
Yeah.
So I just realised that there's a lot of work out there, and I can't do everything, and I don't plan to do everything. And I like how the pest control industry, when it's working together and sharing knowledge, works so much better, so much smoother.
Yeah.
You know, all those guys that do courses, Kill German, E1ENV, BPCA, MPTA, all those people, they're sharing that knowledge, and I just wanted to be part of sharing that knowledge.
Yeah.
That's how that come about.
You've definitely established yourself within that. Your everyone I know I know a load of people been on your courses, especially Martin.
Yeah.
He's been on your course.
And not everybody that comes on the course goes away and does it. They come on the course, and learn about it, and they go, actually, that's probably more than I want to do. But what I have now is a more foundation knowledge about what's involved going forward, and I've got as much work from it that way as I have doing the course itself. And I enjoy doing the courses. I really do enjoy doing them.
There's a nice comment here from Darren Pierce. Hi, Clive, top man. Now this man knows how to deliver a course. Hi, Jason. Thanks for popping in.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's I am. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So when you obviously did you take information from not information? Did you look at how a pest control course was structured as well? Like, you know, is that
so how there was a bit of that went on. My very first course, well, not the very first one, because I did the very first one in-house with the pest control company I was working with.
Okay.
And the only technicians, well, the company that I was working for at the time had around, I think it was around 12 or 15 technicians.
Okay.
And out of all of those technicians, only the ladies came on the course as we did it.
Okay.
And when I did it just as a practical. So they came and saw a bee removal happen.
Yeah.
And that's really what ignited me into putting a course together. Because what I realised was, whilst I was trying to show them practical stuff, their base knowledge wasn't there.
Okay.
So I needed to put some theory together.
Yeah.
And so the very first one I did was a 2-day course. And I did that a couple of times so 1 day was theory and 1 day was practical.
Okay.
But as time's gone on, and as the bee removal industry, if you want to call it that, grew, the information and the knowledge and the skill set has expanded.
Okay.
And it's now sort of a 3-day, 3 days for the foundation, which is the basic stuff. And then we do 2 days on advance, which is brick walls and chimneys.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it panned out, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's grown over. See, I did the first course in 2014, I think.
Okay. Been doing it a long while then. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing them a long while with a little break from the pandemic, of course. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gone well. There's plans to put some bits online,
Cool.
and do some bits there with that. So yeah, there's other little projects going on in the background, and hopefully I'll be able to bring those to Pest Tech,
Oh.
because we do the stands there. So we've got a
Oh, you do, yeah.
little bit of stuff to bring to. We're hoping now. We're running a couple of pilot schemes with some things at the minute, and providing that they work, which early stage we've had some teething difficulties, but hopefully we'll be able to bring some information to Pest Tech with us and introduce a few bits and pieces.
That'd be nice. I think I said hello to you at Pest Tech. I was running around like a
You did?
like a headless chicken. I was.
Yeah.
Helping. I'm helping again this year, so I'll be there.
That's good. So, I run the UK bee removers. That started out as a Facebook group and has grown to become a directory. It's recommended by a lot of people. We see upwards of 2,000 enquiries come through the.
That's good. That is.
Around about 2,000 a year. This time of the year, there's anything from sort of 20 or 30 a day. One day last year, we got 140 enquiries on one day.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, it is. And there's a variety of enquiries. Not all of them are about honeybees.
To be part of this, do you vet the people to make sure they're in good order? Do you vet them, or can anyone?
Yeah, so there's a very small at the moment. There's a very small vetting process for so we have 3 tiers: have a registered, trade, and accredited. Your registered is just to provide your public liability insurance and your asbestos awareness.
Okay.
If you're trade and accredited, it's your public liability and your asbestos cat B ticket.
Okay.
With accredited, there is a desktop audit as well. So those are pretty much what it is. Oh, with the trade as well, whatever training you've done effectively.
Okay.
And that what the plan there is to help people climb a ladder as to become proficient and safe is the process.
Is there a fee for people to go on it at all?
Yes, so registration, straightforward registration, I think if my memory serves me right, is 150. The trade is not sure if it's 225 or 247. I should really know. And
I can't remember off the top of the head, so it's not
and accredited is for 475, I think it is.
To be fair, I mean, I don't do it, but it doesn't sound too bad. If with bee work, I know that it wouldn't take many jobs to pay for itself, really.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely, it doesn't. One survey could pay for your, if you're priced right, could potentially pay for your membership.
Also,
go on.
It is blurred.
Oh, the book.
But I have started reading it. I haven't got that far through it because of the heat. But you made a book. You did. Which Clive kindly sent me one. I read more of it. I was more prepared last year for that one. I didn't know the heat wave was coming. I didn't. But yeah, it's a nice book. It explains pretty much everything. It does. Obviously, reading a book is very different from learning on a training course, obviously.
It is.
With reading, it takes me a lot longer for things to stick, so I have to read things over and over.
Well, that's the thing about the training. You see, you do your training. So I went off and got trained to train, if that makes sense. So I've done my trainer training, and one of the key things I picked up from doing that trainer training is trying to make sure that everybody in the room takes something on board.
Okay.
So
hang on, we have dropped out, people. He'll be back in a second. It will come back. It will come back. Give him a minute. It's been doing that sometimes. Are you there, Clive? Hang on. Oh, he's dropped out. So, yeah. He probably will talk about the book as well. He's disappeared for a minute. So, thanks for watching, everyone. If you are watching, please follow or subscribe on the chosen platform you're on. If you're on podcast listening after the fact, please give us a review on Apple, which we're lacking on Apple. So it would be nice to get a few. So are you back, Clive? Are you back?
Mark?
Yeah, you're back. Are you back?
I think so.
There you go. So we were talking about the book. There we go. There we go.
I'm back and you keep going off.
Do it. I'm here. I am here. I am here. I am here. Don't worry. These things happen sometimes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So were you talking about the book there, were you?
Yeah, so I was talking about the training.
Training, that's it.
And we were talking, I was saying that we try to make sure that everybody takes something away from it in whatever way form they want to learn in, whether it be visual, whether it be written, whether it be verbal, however they want to take it.
Okay. But we'll learn differently, don't we? We do.
That's it. Absolutely.
Scott Angle is saying it works. I've had a lot of calls from the UKBR. Highly recommended. And Mark Haywood is asking, what asbestos course do you recommend, Clive?
Make sure you do, I recommend an MPT, not an MPTA, sorry. UCATA, UKATA. Any of those courses are pretty good, and they are very good in costs as well. So we use a company across in Lincolnshire for the UKBR.
Okay.
So the guys that are on trade and accredited join up and have do their Cat B, because it has to be done every year.
Okay.
And the UKBR fund that.
Okay.
So yeah, but you'll have had to have joined previously. It's not just you can't sort of join without. You can't go and do the course without joining, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally get that. I do.
So yeah.
Okay. Right, you're still there, yeah? Just checking.
Yeah, got you.
So so when it comes to bee removal, have you got any basics you can share with people as to how bee removal actually works? In essence, I'm not asking you to divulge your course, just how the basics for someone to understand it.
We couldn't possibly touch everything on the course, but yeah. I think the key thing is that surveys are key.
Yeah.
Doing a good survey is absolutely key to ensure you know where they are, what you've got to do to get to them, and what you've got to do in relation to doing any repairs that may need to be done after you've removed them. Okay. So that survey gets you all that information. I've done a survey today on a property here in London. From what from outside, It looked fairly straightforward. Chimney, going to need to take the render off, open up the brickwork and do.
Yeah.
Get inside the house and there's no chimney in the house.
Oh, okay.
So the chimney is built on a steel frame inside the building.
Okay.
And down through the middle of it is an asbestos flue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The cost just went up. They did.
And the bees haven't built around the asbestos flue, they've built in it.
Oh, great.
So we've got to have a think about how we're going to remove those bees.
Yeah, that sounds.
Or what we're going to do for the client. So there's lots of things. There's lots of scenarios there. Lots of options open. It just depends on which way the client wants to go.
Exactly.
And how they want to leave the property once we've done it.
It's not central London, is it?
No, it's southeast.
Oh, London's London now, isn't it? I was just thinking.
I don't mind London. I enjoy coming down to London.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm too country. I am.
But we travel all over, so yeah, we travel all over.
That's fair. That is. It's so obviously with your surveys, do you implement do you use of drones as well?
I don't use a drone, no.
No.
I have tried. There's a lot of paperwork involved, and I don't believe I get enough information from what I get from a drone than I can get from a pair of binoculars on the ground.
Okay.
Other than a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
I have seen some of Martin Belcher's pictures where he's gone down the chimney. Those are really interesting, but the majority of them have got a cap on.
Yeah.
And if you can see them coming out the holes in the cap, or if they're coming out holes in the flaunching, then generally speaking, you'll probably be able to view most of them from down below. But I've got a drone in the kit bag over in the corner there.
Yeah. So do you obviously use a thermal camera as well? Obviously, as part
Yeah,
of
we
the
use
survey?
thermal camera. We use endoscope cameras. We use stethoscopes. We use various amounts of things to ascertain what we've got to do, where we've got to do it. Electronic tape measures, so we know what the scaffolding's got to be, and all that sort of thing. So yeah. Photos in and around the property, as many photos as you can of the property.
Okay.
And the reason being is because I don't do the reports there and then on site. I go back, I review the images, I'll review the thermal image when I'm not getting bombarded by 101 questions from the client, and I can look at them more closely.
Exactly. No, you're right. You need to give a proper quote, don't you? You have to get it right. You do.
Absolutely.
You do. So I imagine you do get 1,001 questions, don't you?
You do.
Do you ever get, can't you just spray them? Do you get that one?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And I say, I won't. There's companies out there that will do it for you. But just remember, X, Y, and Z, and A, B, and C will happen should you want to take that route. Exactly. And I've had one this week come back to me after they treated it last year, and in this heat, the ceiling's collapsing under the weight of the honey melting on the ceiling. So now they're asking us to go in and do the clean up, and I'm kind of, well, yeah, we can, but it's X amount.
It's going to be a lot more.
Their answer was, well, that's more than you said it was with bees in it. I said, yeah, but you've contaminated all that honey. I've got to get rid of it. It's got to go to waste. It's got to go to incineration. I've got to travel it in my vehicle and everything else. Exactly. So it's absolutely more expensive. But we didn't know that well, you were explained to during the survey.
Problem is, though, what you got to understand is some people only hear what they want to hear. And they're not really listening.
a lot of people just want to look at the numbers at the bottom of the page. They don't read all the information and all the advice that they're getting in their report.
You're right there, because when we do contracts, etc., I believe that not everyone look like when they're picking at somebody. I don't believe they all take all the information in. They just look at the bottom number. That's what I believe they do.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do. I think we're guilty. Everybody's guilty of doing it a little bit, aren't they? Exactly. I mean, when we get the quote from the garage for the repairs on the vehicle, we look at the bottom number first before we look at the advice, don't we?
Yeah, you're right. You are. So yeah, no, you're right. You are. So So with regards to obviously a good survey, you were saying.
Yeah, saying a good survey.
Yeah.
That survey will then give you the information of which way you're going to take it, whether you're going to do a trap out, whether you're going to do a removal, internal, external, all those sort of things all come into play then. Okay. And it's difficult to give any advice which is the best way, because every single job is different. Just like with rats and mice, every job is different, and they're dealing with it in that way.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to a good survey. A good survey will tell you and give you the best guidance of which way to take your removal.
Oh, exactly. It will. So that's good advice, Clive. That is. I would say it's a very big expanding area. But I will say, Clive, what's your thoughts on where are the bees? There seems to be. I don't seem to see them. There's been. I mean, it doesn't. In a minute, is it like? I'm not saying you're the expert on it, but in my area, it seems to be less bees in general, because we've got a lavender bush up the road.
Yeah.
4 houses down. Usually, it comes right out onto the path. Usually, you have to walk on the grass because it's covered head to toe in bees. Right, any? It's weird. Yeah. Big time. It is.
So last winter was quite prolonged, quite wet. It wasn't generally cold. Bees can survive cold quite well, but they can't survive wet.
Okay.
And if they get damp. Now, early part of this year, we'd got 11 booked in for spring. 11 removals booked in for spring. We started at the end of February, and we'd done 11 by end of March.
Okay.
Out of those 11, 50% were dead.
Really? Oh, okay.
It died out. And when we were taking the combs out, I found a lot of the combs were wet. Some of the guys that do beekeeping will understand that it smelt as though it was fermenting. Oh. So that tells you there was a lot of water content in that honey, and what was potentially one of the factors that might have alluded to those dying out was that they'd collected a lot of runny nectar at the end of the year. So Himalayan balsam has a high water content and the like, and that build-up of that water content inside, and then not being able to dry it out in time because the weathers had changed, meant that damp was in that water was held within that colony. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's definitely the case, but it's certainly potential factor along with all the other things that goes on in hives.
It's interesting that I didn't know that about the wetness. I didn't know that. I've learned something there. I didn't know.
So that's one thing. There's always natural die-off anyway. Bees don't live forever. I think you've also got to consider there's a lot of beekeeping goes on now. I mean, we're still not quite up to pre-war numbers, but we are getting there. Just last year, I contacted the MBU early on, and there was 240,000, close to 250,000 colonies registered with the MBU. Now, that's not every colony in the country.
Yeah.
There's significantly more than that. I know of 2 or 3 beekeepers myself that aren't registered with the MBU and don't register their colonies.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a very conservative number,
Yeah.
and because of that increase, then you'll start to see competition for forage with bumblebees and butterflies.
I like you said this because I watched a Sky News documentary a couple of years ago, and they actually mentioned that in certain areas, honeybees are out competing the bumblebees for pollen, etc.
Yeah,
And I was quite surprised I was surprised that Sky News actually said it. I was.
It's well documented that here in London, that there's quite a high density population of honeybees, and they are affecting.
Is that because in the pandemic everyone thought it was really great and clever to buy a beehive and put it on top of their house?
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah, that's what I heard happened, and they're the ones causing the problem. They just forgot about it. They did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they are helping. They are helping keeping bee removers in business. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also got a couple of questions here. One from Scott Angle. He knows the answer, but he just wants to ask you, in case other people listening or whatever, when they listen back, can you quote without doing a survey and going by customers' pictures? And if not, why? And if yes, how?
I would never recommend just doing a survey from a picture. Today's survey is classic. It's absolutely classic. Customer sends you a picture of that chimney, and you believe you're going to be dealing with a chimney, and then when you get inside the building to put your drop board in, there's no chimney there. There's just a frame with a concrete block with a asbestos pipe dropping out the bottom of it. So pictures are a millisecond of a moment in time that you're not going to get a full understanding of what's going on. So absolutely, Scott, I would not, and you know my answer to that is not. That's not a proper survey.
Yeah, so that's the same question.
Not a proper survey. And surveys that are usually done that way are usually estimates. So anybody doing a quote from that kind of survey, it's a very cleverly worded quote, and you'll find that it's probably an estimate.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I have heard on a number of occasions where people have done quotes / estimates from photos, and when they've arrived on site, there's been an increase in the bill.
I see.
Significantly. So that can happen. So you have to be aware of that.
Okay. Also, Scott's just wondering, have you had an increase of bumblebees this year?
Massive amount of bumblebees this year. Huge amount of bumblebees. And I do remove bumblebees where I can. Bird boxes, love bird boxes. Absolutely love a bird box. Can take a bird box away. Bee removals from loft spaces. Very easy to do. Most pest controllers can do that. And it's one of the courses we're thinking of putting online. So for bumblebees and bumblebee removal.
Would be interesting for me. I know, it just sounds interesting. It does.
Yeah.
So, not you don't have to get in detail. So obviously you got chimneys. So if someone's got a honeybee nest in their loft, and it's just like a normal loft.
In their loft or in their chimney?
In their loft.
Right.
Is that a lot more complicated to do?
It depends again.
On what it's like.
A good survey is going to tell you where and how to get to it. So we can have scenarios where they've come in an air vent and built inside the backside of a wall inside the loft space.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think I put a video up on TikTok once.
Yeah.
and you'll see it. I don't know if it's still floating about there. You might see it. That was in a loft space. They'd gone through an air vent and built on the internal wall.
Wow.
I have that photo on my phone, and I can't show it you because I'm using my phone to do this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
And then you can get them going just under the eaves, and they'll be in the soffit area
Yeah.
or the eaves area. So the best way of dealing with that one would be from the outside, lifting the tiles off, peeling back, and taking it out that way. That's where the one on the wall would potentially go through the loft space and loft hatch and take it away from the wall there. So yeah.
So obviously with that situation, you obviously take it away, but you have to actually clean all the honey away, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to take everything away.
You know, when you do that situation, obviously you got your chimneys and you proof it so it can't happen. How would you do that? Can you do that with a loft? It's just impossible because they can get in so easy in the loft space. It's just nightmare to actually stop them coming back.
It is a nightmare to reduce the return.
Yeah.
But there's lots and lots of different tricks and bits and pieces you can do. You can fill the void space in whatever areas you can do. You can use there's deodorant, not deodorizers, repellents like Bee Quick, smells like almonds, Apifuge, which smells a bit like sage. There's those you can use. There's all sorts of bits and tricks and what have you. Some are more easier to proof and stop getting in than others.
Yeah.
Some can be real pain in the neck. So I did one just last week. I did a removal on a high-rise block of flats. We were on the 6th floor. 2 days later, a swarm come in 2 floors up. It's not come back in the same place. It's just been attracted to the building by the pheromones and the scent that have been going on, removing comb further down.
Okay.
And I've even had bees turn up during a removal. I've had a swarm turn up during a removal.
Wow.
That happens quite regularly.
I'd be getting my camera out. I mean, I don't do bee removal. You're used to loads of bees being around you. That would scare the crap out of me, that would.
Too busy trying to get it all sorted out. But yeah, so there's lots going on.
So, and also Martin mentioned, obviously, with loft spaces, confined space, heat, insulation fibres, all to be considered in the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I'll be honest.
There's loads of things. There's so much that have to take into consideration when you're doing these things. And that's why we go back to doing a proper survey.
Exactly.
And an average survey takes 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
From door to door. So.
Oh, yeah. He's frozen a little bit. We were nearly there. Are you back? Are you back?
I think so.
You're back. There you go. You're back. Yeah. So obviously in your survey, you include travel time as well, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The car don't get there. The vehicle doesn't get there on its own steam. I don't sit in the back. I'm not chauffeured to site, Sean.
Well, if only. I want a limousine. I want this.
Yeah. So we've had surveys that have taken half a day and more. In fact, I did one hospital 2 years ago, and we were there all day.
Wow. So
doing a survey. So yeah, we charge for it, and that's it.
Yeah, you want it. Definitely.
Got to.
But yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to drop in?
No,
a lot of stuff, but yeah, thanks for coming on.
No, you're welcome.
I will drop in your links after in the YouTube and Spotify feeds for the.
That's very good. Our next course, if I can just mention our next
Yeah, you
course
can
is,
mention whatever you want to mention. You can.
yeah, our next course is in September. If anybody's interested, give me a shout, drop me a line. Yeah, it's there's a booking button on the website for the course. So yeah,
Is that on
drop
the
it.
UK
Give us a shout.
Is that on
No,
UKBR?
no, that's on my own page, my Westart Apiaries page. So the UKBR doesn't do the training; I do the training.
Okay. I will get that put in the link. I will after.
Yeah.
But my podcast get put up incredibly fast. It'll be about 20 minutes after. Be up.
Magic.
Very quick at
Fantastic.
that. I am.
It's really good. And thank you for doing the podcast. It's really enjoyable.
But yeah, no, cheers for coming on.
You're welcome.
Have you got anyone you want to see on the podcast? I don't know. I just thought I'd say it. It can be related or not be related.
Who could we call in on the podcast? Oh, crikey. Who could we? Oh, there's so many people, isn't there? So many people. I
should have prepared you for that.
Yeah, you should have prepared me for this one. I'd say Ian Turner from MPT, or former MPTA director Ian Turner.
I'll have to see with my MPTA connections. See if I can make it. If I can make it happen. And Martin's.
He was a big influence. He was a big influence for me to get the course going. And to be honest, the MPTA backed us from the beginning, from the word go. Nice. And yeah, did so much for us. And I mean, they've always been advocates of new businesses. So I think they're great from that point of view.
So I will see if any of the MPTA board members can help. I will, or any of the staff. But Martin's got one last question. It's good.
Go for it.
Where has basically where did the name come from? I didn't say it because I might have.
So if nobody's recognised, it's an anagram of my own surname. So it came from. I used to keep sheep. I used to keep what were they now? Used to keep Ryland sheep, a rare breed. They're a rare breed, and to be on the Ryland breed books, you couldn't use your surname, and I wanted to call mine Stewart Rylands, but I wasn't able to do that. So we anagrammed the name, and Westart is a mash of Stewart.
Okay, you got no sheep now, then? No,
got no sheep now. No.
Oh, you could have been.
I do enjoy going lambing. That was so peaceful at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's really calm and very therapeutic. What's that question that's popped up?
He's saying the wife said it was an anagram when he said to her about the name.
Yeah.
So there you go, Martin. She's right. Tell her she's right.
Yeah, that's right.
So thanks for coming on, especially in this heat, live in the hotel room.
Yes, I've got aircon in here, so I'm all right.
Oh, nice. You going down for a beer? Is there a pub or something in there or not?
There is a bar in the because I'm in a hotel right next door to the Brands Hatch gates, entrance gates.
Yeah.
So people will know where I am now. There's a bar. I've been and had my tea, but that'll be me done. I stopped drinking in end of last year.
Nice. To be fair, I only mention it because it's hot, but in general, I only drink. I go on holiday in July, and I have a few then, and a few at Christmas. In general, I don't really drink anymore. Stopped a long while ago. I
Yeah,
can't,
no.
can't be arsed with it.
Do you know that I was pretty much the same here. I just got fed up with it. I just don't like waking up in the morning and feeling like crap.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm obviously when I'm at Pest Tech and that, and after and that, I have a beer, because everyone does. But it's not like I'm, it's not something I do regularly anyway. So it doesn't take me. It doesn't take me a lot. It doesn't. So right, and thanks, Clive, for doing
No
this.
worries.
I'll just end the stream, but thanks everyone for
You're welcome.
watching the podcast. And if you're on basis prompt, I'm waiting for the codes. So let me know when I get the codes. I'll let you know. And if you're going to do it on the British Pest Register, just wait for me to put the points up. It will be how long we've been going. It will be 1 point. It will, and I make a mini quiz out of the transcript. I get the transcript. AI actually makes a quiz for me.
That's magic.
It is.
I'll have to do that.
Well, that's what you normally do. You pull the transcript and say, please make me a CPD reflection, obviously for pest control, bee removal, and it will give you a load of questions. And you've obviously got to make sure they're right, obviously, but I've never had it wrong yet.
Oh, right,
So
okay. I'll have to see what comes of it.
There's the secret to how I make the CPD quizzes. There you go. But anyway,
Brilliant.
Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next week. Stay on the line for just a minute. I'll just end the stream.
Will do.
Right, thanks everyone. I'll see you all.